FCPX Sync Sound, audio take 3. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about syncing sound and what that means. All right, and then we're going to jump right into syncing sound on FCPX, which is going to be a very quick tutorial. Anyone should be able to follow it as long as they have the software. You would need to sync sound if maybe you have one of these guys like right here, and there's no way to put a better microphone in it, and you just have this little tiny hole right here for the mic, and it's pretty much trash. Another option is the exact opposite of this guy. That would be maybe you're using a full rig with the DSLR, mirrorless, anything like that. These are super popular right now for filmmaking. I'm currently recording on an 80D from Canon. It just has the small, 3.5 millimeter jack. If you have that, then you have no way to plug a good microphone like, maybe this hypercardioid that I'm using right here. There's no way to plug that in. So you're gonna need one of these guys, okay? This is an H4n Zoom, and the Zoom's a great little digital recorder. They make these in all shapes and sizes. This is just the one that I prefer. It's less than $200, and you can record multiple mics at the same time if you would like and get multiple channels. So whether you're going small end or high end, either way, you might not have a way to plug in a microphone. But probably the biggest option that you would possibly need would be that you're using multiple cameras. If you're using multiple cameras, then you want all of them from A, B, C, or however many you're using to sound exactly the same. So you're gonna get your mic in close or your mics in close, and you're gonna make sure that you are syncing those to each camera so no matter what angle you go to, the sound doesn't clip or sound different along the way. That's a horrible way to do any kind of video project. If your sound's bad, then the whole thing's bad. You can even tolerate some bad imagery thinking maybe that was an artistic choice. But if you have bad sound, you just know that it sucks. It's the truth, honestly. I can't think of a time that you would want bad sound. Even when you are mimicking bad sound, it still should sound good in a bad way. I think that makes sense. So basically, you need good sound. And to make that happen, you're probably going to have to use an external mic with a digital recorder at some point in your life. Or even if you don't have the digital recorder, you want to use the sound probably from the closest camera and then put that on all the cameras that are further away. So you would detach that audio, add it to another one. Anyway, I can think of like at least a half a dozen or more reasons that you would need to sync sound in Final Cut Pro X. And so let's just get to that. I'm rambling here. Okay, yeah. Let me show you how to do that. We'll go to the studio real quick, and thank you. We're gonna look at syncing manually. I have both of my clips right here. I have my video clip and I have my audio clip, and I'm gonna take the video clip and drag it down to my timeline. Once it's in my timeline, I'm gonna quickly find where we have the clap, okay? And I'm going to go over here and do a couple of things. I'm going to spread this out just a little bit more because I like to be able to get in there with the claps at. And then I also want to spread this out right here just so it shows my audio a little better. I can see right where that clap happens. Do the same thing here. I'm going to bring down my audio, and I'm going to look for where I think that clap is. It looks like it's about right there. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to overlap it. Spread this out a little further. Don't want to make a mistake here. And right where this begins, I'm going to put my playhead there, put my playhead there, and I'm going to take a peek to make sure that doesn't have a kind of an echo. All right, it seems clean. All right, now watch a little bit of the video to make sure that... Okay, so let's roll today, guys. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about syncing sound and what that means. Okay, so they're both playing at the same time, the audio track from the camera and the audio track from the recorder. At this point, what I want to do is I want to detach the audio from the video clip, and to make sure that I don't choose the wrong one, I'll look at the name here, and I'll select it and I'll hit delete. And so now I have take 3. The clean audio track from only the recorder. And so that works out really, really well. Which is going to be a very quick tutorial. This is going to keep it very simple. All right, so now I'm just going to select both of these, right click and make a new compound clip. And I will have, I'm going to call this manual sync clip 1. I'm going to save that. And it puts it right up here in the event for me, manual clip 1. So then I can get rid of this if I want to and throw it out there. Later, if I want to, I can drag it back in and it's already clipped and synced. I can blade whatever I want. I can delete whatever I want. It's just like a regular clip. It's just synced and ready to roll however you want to roll that. If you want to go back later, drag it back down. There it is. All right, that's how you manually sync audio on Final Cut Pro X. Now that I've shown you how to manually do those, which is pretty precise, and you can do a really good job doing that, I'm going to show you another way. Now, depending on whether you did the clap or how else you did it or how good your audio is to begin with, this usually works. Okay, I'm going to say this is a 99% success rate, but there's always that 1% of the time that it does not work. So I make no guarantees that it will always work, but I've had a lot of success with this. All you have to do is the following. You select your video clip, you hold down the command button, and also select your audio clip. At that point, you can go up to the video clip, you can right click, and then you can say synchronize clips. Okay, and I'm not going to rename that, I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to hit OK. So now that I have the clip synced, I'm still not done yet. It synced it, but it has both of the audio clips still attached. So the one that was part of the video is still there, and the one that we did from the recorder is there. So I need to double click it. It brings this up. And then at this point, I can't right click and detach audio anymore, but I can go here and I can lower it down to 0. So it still plays. And it still sounds really good just like it did before. So once I do that, I can just exit out, and then when I drag it back in, it'll just have the one clip in there. See? It's still lowered. Even though it says automatically, and it does sync those automatically, it doesn't automatically get rid of the original scratch audio from the video. And so keep that in mind. Both require a little bit of effort. I prefer just to manually sync because that's the kind of person I am, but you might be an automatic sync person, and that's fine. But either way, don't forget, you need to get rid of that original audio in some way, shape, or form. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this time. Hope this tutorial helps you out, and go out there and practice syncing some audio. Later.